an improvised show. It was not planned, but here we are. And it has been probably 2 or 3 weeks. I was not so much here on the restream vibes. I was more cooking something. So first, I wish you are fine and that you approach this following autumn season and winter season with joy. I know that there are Thanksgiving vibes in the other side, in US and Canada. Canada always bring things in advance, whether it's about Thanksgiving or daily saving time, I think. And how are you feeling, my friends? So this streaming will be imperfect because I'm sipping my coffee and I might have the audio sometimes not at 100%, but I'm going to check first if I'm live, although I know that there will not probably be people tapping into my live right now because it's 7 a.m. my time, which means that it's already 1 a.m. EST and 10 p.m. PST, and the vibes are in Thanksgiving. But I decided to be live with you, and of course, welcome to the replay team. So I'm checking. Yes, I am live. So, my friends, how are you feeling today? That's an important question. My tab is a bit like messy right now. I don't know what's happened. I'm going to unload some tabs. You know. Okay. So I'm going to unload some tabs and it's because I have many other tabs, but I was also guiding you to amazing news, amazing nuggets. So first, how are you feeling today? That's really important, my friends. I'm doing these videos since already 3 years. In fact, 4 years. Imagine, first year from November 2021. So 2022 was the year. 2023 was the third year beginning. And 2024 was the fourth year beginning. So we are right now on end of November 2025. And it's already the fifth year that will begin in new forms, in a new shift approach. And if you are not hearing me speaking, it's because I'm sipping my coffee. And although I am focused about my message, I am also focused about my omelette that I'm cooking right now. And I'm cooking a lot of things for you in the next days. I began already on the 21st of November. This is the start. And I was not yet doing it on air, but it will be at the end of this week or on next week while I'm preparing. Sorry for the life, we are imperfect. I decided to be imperfect. Anyway, that's my wink to RJ. And I will deliver an amazing video a bit later about cranberries. So normally on Thursday evening, which is in more than 12 hours, I will have my Refrench Your Brain set up, probably 6 p.m. EST, because I have a lot of things going on, my friends. And so let me know in the comments in the replay team how are you feeling, because I am doing these videos not for me, although it could be for me, but it's for you, my friends. And as it's a Café Libyen, there will not be a lot of French lessons for this session, but I'm going to say to you bonjour. with my coffee Café du Bien vibes because I'm preparing my second cup of coffee right now. And I do that for you because you are an amazing audience. There are some fellow people that are supporting me since months and years. And I wanna also thank you if you are watching this. The blessing on the replay team is that you can tap into the content hours, days, weeks, months, or even years after. So it's an interaction process. So it's not for the sake of I'll go bro. It's for the sake of am I giving some nuggets? Am I impacting people? And French and languages are my passion since many decades, but it's only since few years that I decided to do the shift. Because I was in a SHIT, I just added the F of French and it became shift. And shift rarely happens alone. Shift happens with the help of people. And 11 plus months ago, even I wish I speak in the early December, it will be 1 year, my friends. 1 year, my friends, since December 2024 that I was discovering GoBrunch in a moment that was important for me. So I have a lot of nuggets. I'm not going to tell you my story, my life, because I will intend to make this session 30, 45 minutes. I'm already amazingly blessed that you are watching me now since already 7 minutes or listening me now because it's more like audio. And I know that there will be people watching it on the replay thing. And I'm really blessed about that, the power of replay thing. Because imagine a century ago, we were able to convey messages on the radio, but if you miss the show, you miss the show. You know, the voice was hearing on video, like le général de Gaulle, Française, Français. And then there was probably not recording at that time. Sorry for the noise because the coffee is ready again, sipping some coffee vibes to you. So if you are having a noise behind, it's because I'm brewing my second cup of coffee. And my first is marinating with, yes, I'm a bit crazy, but this is Oli. Welcome to Oli. I'm putting some orange jam zest and blueberry jam zest in my coffee. Yeah. Delicious. So we are on the 27th of November. In less than 5 weeks. We are already on 2026. And although I will be late, I will be chocolate, I decided to deliver my jam late, but it will be delivered from the 21st of November until the 26th of February. 96 days of amazingness about French, about community. And this is my way to show my jam, my joy, my awareness and awe, and my motivation. So now I'm going to talk about languages, and especially neuroscience and new language. And language is really important. And apologize for the noise that will come, but this is the coffee that is boiling, and I'm going to integrate, to blend in my first cup. So enjoy the sound. We are live, my friends. We are alive. Coffee is boiling like the volcano from Mother Earth. And so and what you see in the screen is the room of my GoBrunch. And this will be the last time that I will see you this room as is, because I'm going to modify it, because there will be the World Building Expo. So now we are on the 10th minute. I'm going to talk a little briefly about neuroscience and languages. Then I'm going to have a little break because I want to promote amazing things. So for 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to talk about languages and neuroscience. So in my journey, at 7 years old, 8, 9, 10, or even later, I was visiting my grandparents, and my godfather was a crossword fan, a Reader Digest subscriber, and received a lot of things. Probably bought something, and one thing that he bought was the dictionary of Larousse in 3 volumes. I think I have 2 editions of that, but at least one. And of course, the first volume is more used than the other ones. The other ones are more preserved because less used. But the first one is like, there is the expression dans son jus, in its juice, because it was like really used. So a bit like some pages are not properly fixed anymore. But this is a dictionary that I used still. And this is the edition of 68. So it was even before my birth. And so I was tapping into his dictionary when I was in his place, when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And at 9 years old, I built my first index. There was the first volume. The second volume is the proper names, cities, names of famous names. The third is like a mix of things, including argot, the slang. And the first volume is the common names, 993 pages, I think. And I was building the index because this is also a visual dictionary with explanations about the eye, the brain, the horses, the cricket, whatever, with terms in French in the visual. And I was building my index at that time to allow me to say, oh, I want to know more about cœur, C-O-E-U-R. It's a bit like the morning still, which is the heart. And so, oh, I see my index. Cœur is at the page. Da, 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 da. I don't know the pages by heart. That's why I was having my index, by the way. And so index is not only about the indexing, it's also the finger, like pointing the index. There's the thumb, the pouce, the index, l'index, the, I don't know in English, le majeur, and then l'auriculaire and l'annulaire. And so with the hand. So I was really passionate about language. Already at 8, 9 years old, I was also really blessed about IT. I received my first Apple IIc computer at the age of 10. Having my first computer PC at the age of 19. It was 486 before the Pentiums, 66 megahertz. Right now we are approaching 10 or 20 plus gigahertz with the multi-cores, by the way. But at that time, having 4 megabytes of memory and 540 megabytes of hard drive storage. So, but I'm going back to languages. So, I was not really good at school except about French, biology, and back in the days I understand, but at that time, from now or from many years. But when I was young, I was not really understanding what's happening. Oh, it is me. It is because of me that my scores are down. But I was fascinated about French and about biology and about Latin and probably other topics like computers, but not about other topics. And this is probably because of teachers. For instance, there is an example. In Belgium, we are speaking French, Dutch, and German officially languages, then English on top of that, and then in Brussels there are dozens and dozens of other languages like Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, whatever. And but French, Dutch, and German are the three official languages in Belgium, and then there is English. And Dutch is not my first language. Het is niet mijn lievelingstaal. Ik kan Nederlands spreken. I can speak Dutch, but it's really not my favorite language. And back in the school, I think it was because it was not probably the teacher's fault. You know, we are all humans after all. Probably there were also teachers that were not really passionate or applying false pedagogy. I remember in the 2010s, I was having a training before the pandemic, learning Dutch for adults, and it was like, oh, my name is Oli or Olivier, but in that class, mijn naam is Peter. You know, as if you have really to be embracing names that are not yours. Trying to play with balls by saying things in Dutch, absolutely not using French at all or English at all, you know. And that's why with new language coaching, scaffolding is really important to not blame and judge the person that are speaking or the learner that are speaking the native language for finding connections, because the learning cannot really operate if there is no if there is no connection possible. When scaffolding is with that, you know, you cannot really make work without the scaffolding, you know. What do you mean? Are you going to be fixed on the wall? No, you need scaffolding. Then you can paint the wall, then you can fix the window. It's the same with languages. So I was really failing at school, and then life happens. My mom was ill, and they found it was brain cancer. And then she left her body, and I was 2 years in the boarding school. It was my 2 worst years of my life, because I was away for the week, just seeing my dad on the weekend. And but in that time, biology was really, you know, I don't have my materials anymore when I was a teenager, but I still have the remembrance that I was building a biology book. You know, this kind of passion that I had also to collect leaves and to make what I call in French herbier, the scrapbooking of leaves, where you can collect the leaves, say more about these. Oh, this is from the apple tree, or you know. So, but back in the languages. So then, after many years and decades of me going in and out in the jobs without any passion, the only years that I was really liking was from 2006 to 2012 as a secretary, because I was training and for the young field. Then again, searching for a job and having an elementary job, and then trying also my way in data science. You know, I tried evening classes for accounting, was not really my thing. And then trying my bachelor, I didn't succeed, but I was really passionate about IT. But I realized that I don't want to spend my days, my years behind the screen trying to code PHP, Python, or C#, Java, whatever language, because it's machine, and machine cannot really speak to us until now, because computer. And so that's why I decided, oh, let's be a language teacher first and then coach, because I am related to human beings. You are not here in front of me, but you are listening to me, and that brings me joy. And so, as RG says, anyway, here I am in my governance room, and I am baking you some things. But first, here is you some announcement, some advertisement, let's say, but not the advertisement for per se. But here we go. First, I would like to thank RJ, because RJ's room, the come right in, was the first. Probably not the first, because there was the jam of Margaret, but the first room I was fully discovering in Go Brunch, aside the jam Margaret show on December of last year. And so what you see is the come right in, navigating two tabs, because there are some okay. So you see the come right in, it's amazing. And it was also the first time that I was seeing a 3-level room, because, whoops, that's my alarm clock, by the way. I was waking up really earlier, but I was going to ensure that I was waking up on time for my training this morning. But I'm going to talk more about that. But here is the come right in, and 3 levels room with the attic, and with the underground. So that's the come right in, and it's a place that is amazing. We are doing a Friendsgiving on Friday in the come right in, I think. And so that's amazing, by the way. That's my share about the amazingness of RJ. And I'm going to later bring the video juice of the cranberries, because I was receiving their newsletters. There's newsletter about the cranberries and the schluck, when you open the pot, Anyway, I'm going now to share to you the other place of Go Brunch. If times with my tabs, I don't know what happened, but I'm going to close some tabs. So here you will see the World Building Expo, but the 7th September edition, there will be in few days, the 9th December edition. And this is the Go Brunch World Building Expo, with a lot of other presenters and with a lot of incredible exhibitors. So I'm just going, because the tab is a bit slow, and sometimes it's about the load. So I'm going to close some tabs here. Ay. Did I lose my screen? Because I've seen an ay. Ay means oops, there was a page load error. And I don't know if I lost my screen. Yes, I lost my screen. So I'm going to share again. Apologize. I'm still live. So here is the World Building Expo. Excelente. Anyway, so here is the World Building Expo that will occur on the 9th of December. Thank you again for Peggy for organizing that. And although my thumbnail will be the same, refrench your brain. Learn French and languages with joy, autonomy, motivation. Bring the jam with new language. And refrench your brain, and remember to embark your heart. So I will have the same thumbnail, but not anymore the same room background. And the World Building Expo is a way to discover amazing worlds based on Go Brunch. And Claudio, Peggy, RJ, Jessica, and Hermie, some others, are incredible in world building, by the way, and discovering also incredible other people. So that was my jam about the World Building Expo. And right now, since I'm going to also, because behind the World Building Expo, there is the Global Business Plaza, also by Peggy MacArthur. And here is, it's still loading. So it's still loading. Still loading. Okay, so here we are, the Global Business Plaza, when you can discover the directory of members of the Global Business Plaza. That's incredible. Welcome to Go Brunch and the Global Business Plaza. And so this last share before I close, because I can also share other things. I'm going to share other things in the later session of Thursday. This is the early version. And I want to make a kudo to Henry Cameron, aka Dr. Hermie, with the virtual hermit hut. So right now you see the page right now. Do I have any chat comment? No, but it's okay. Feel free to comment anytime. You are welcome, my friends. And this is the virtual hermit hut. So looking for me, and here is the magic, the juice. So the video was not really showing properly because I was seeing the video before. But this is the magic of the life. And here is his room. Here is his room. And welcome to the Hermit Hub with the sparkle. Imagine you click. Bing. You click. Oh, you go to another room. You click to different elements and you go to other spaces with the music of the birds. Oh, bistro buffet. That's the pricing points of Dr. Hermie. Mazel tov. Oops, but you know, it's like I need to share the tab. But here we are back. Let's entering the door. I wonder. Welcome, friends. Ding! Ding, 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 ding. And here is another room. The well. Which is another hermit hub. So that's incredible. Let's see. Okay, so it's amazing. Welcome. Thank you, Hermie, for that. I'm going back to finishing in the World Building Expo with first space. It's really, I need to finish my session because we are already on 30 minutes. And thank you so much for watching me till the end. So I am delighted to be back. I have a session this morning about pricing. And by the way, I don't need to be on camera. I can also deliver my message on audio. I'm really blessed about Philip Fuchik, if I pronounce well his first name, that I discovered through Elena and the freelance community. I'm also blessed about Céline Viardot that I will meet face to face in 1 or 2 hours, discussing about pricing. And because it is really something that is important, my friend, I'm just going to close my tabs. I don't need any more, you know. I'm back with my avatar, and I will finish with that, my friends, because less tabs is better. So pricing in nowadays is really important. It's not my core things, but if I want to sustain myself and have enough income, that's important. So my gem of today is to not only talk about the framework that I'm going to develop based on Celine and on other experts, because I'm always researching also on AI. By the way, AI is amazing. It gives a lot of information, yet you have to double check, because I was generating content through AI and you were saying me, oh, Ludovic Leroux and Rachel Panning were writing a book together. No, I think they were not writing a book. For instance, Ludovic Leroux is about the polyvagal theory through Stephen Porges and Deb Dana. He's a French speaker, and Rachel Padding is the founder of Neural Language Coach that I will see next year, as the years before in Sitges, Spain, was seeing her in 2023, 2024, and I will see in 2025, and I will see her and her community next year in Sitges. That's a blessing. So, based on the framework, I was envisioning categories and subcategories. And so it's really interesting what I came through, and I'm going to deliver some content about that, but also give some French words. That's also very important. So the pricings framework, PRICINGS. And so it stands for positioning value through being. I embody my worth authentically. Then the R stands for researching markets through learning. I investigate with curiosity. Then the I stands for implementing structures with clarity. I create systems that serve. And then the C stands for communicating value through speaking. I express worth courageously. Then the I stands for integrating ethics with practice. I honor integrity daily. Then the N stands for nurturing relationships through connecting. I build trust authentically. And then the G, sorry, by the way, in French, another gem in French. I always struggle with that, because A, B, C, D, E are the five first letters. Then there is F, G, H, I, J. So the G in English becomes G in French, and the J in English becomes J in French. So sometimes you are hearing DJ, sometimes you are hearing DG. So, G, grounding in neuroscience through understanding I trust brain science. Then the S, sustaining business through thriving. I maintain joyful viability. And it gave also another bonus framework aside the pricings. Neuroscience special pool, navigating neural landscapes through wisdom. I honor brain heart gut integration. So my gem for the last minute, we are on the minute 23, is to bring these affirmations in French. So I embody my worth authentically. J'incorpore ma valeur de manière authentique, authentiquement. Then I investigate with curiosity. J'investigue avec curiosité. Then I create systems that serve. Je crée des systèmes qui me sont utiles, qui me servent. Then I express worth courageously. Je déclare, j'exprime ma valeur courageusement. And then the I honor integrity daily. J'honore l'intégrité quotidiennement. I build trust authentically. Je construis la confiance de manière authentique. I trust brain science. Je fais confiance à la science du cerveau. I maintain joyful viability. Je maintiens la vitalité joyeuse. Non, viabilité is not vitality, by the way. Viability is viability. Something that is viable, that is sustainable through life. So je maintiens la joie de manière constante, de manière viable. And then the bonus one, I honor brain heart gut integration. J'honore le cerveau, l'intégration du cerveau, du cœur et de l'intuition. L'intuition, c'est le gut, c'est en fait, c'est le premier cerveau. I will say the first brain is not the brain that is within our head. The first brain is the brain that is within our stomach. Because as a baby, even before being a baby, we had to receive the nutrition of the mom. And so our first brain, that was the stomach, was building first. And then the second brain was the brain of the heart, because it was needed the heart to grow the embryo and the baby. And then the brain is the third brain. So what are your thoughts about that? We are approaching the end of the session. We are already on the 27th minute. And for my last minute, I'm going to quote a song. And that's part of my offerings that I'm going to deliver in the next days and weeks for the 96 days challenge from the 21st of November till the 26th of February. And I'm going to share the lyrics and sing the song in French in my own way, because there is the song sung by Jacques Brel. But I'm going to sing it in my own way, showing you the lyrics, and it's The Man in the City. So here it's, I don't know when exactly, probably in the 60s, 64 was a great year for Jacques Brel, by the way. And so I'm going to sing it, not going to translate it, because I can give you the link and then you can translate it yourself, but I'm going to sing it in French. Pourvu que nous vienne un homme aux portes de la cité, que l'amour soit son royaume et l'espoir son invité, et qu'il soit pareil aux arbres que mon père avait plantés, fiers et nobles comme soir d'été, et que les rires d'enfants qui lui teintent dans la tête l'éclaboussent de reflets de fête. Pourvu que nous vienne un homme aux portes de la cité, que son regard soit un psaume fait de soleils éclatés, qu'il ne s'agenouille pas devant tout l'or d'un seigneur, mais parfois pour cueillir une fleur, et qu'il chasse de la main à jamais et pour toujours les solutions qui seraient sans amour. Pourvu que nous vienne un homme aux portes de la cité, et qui ne soit pas un baume, mais une force, une clarté, et que sa colère soit juste, jeune et belle comme l'orage, qu'il ne soit jamais ni vieux ni sage, et qu'il rechasse du temple l'écrivain sans opinion, marchand de rien, marchand d'émotion. Pourvu que nous vienne un homme aux portes de la cité, avant que les autres hommes qui vivent dans la cité
humilié l'espoir meurtri et lourd de leur colère froide, ne dressent au creux des nuits de nouvelles barricades. That was my song for you, and I wish it was great. And that's it for today. And thank you again, Céline Viardot, for this amazing training that I envisioned. Thank you also all my Go Brunch community, Peggy, RJ, Harmy, Jessica, Stacy, Dr. Karen, Dr. CK, Brittany, another Brittany, Teresa, and so many other amazing, incredible humans, Jamie, and also Richard and Margaret, and so many people from this community. Thank you also for my new language colleagues, Patricia, Rachel, Georgia, Sinem, and um, and so many others. And thank you for my dear friends that are helping me to go through these incredible, challenging times. It was Oli, aka Ravi Oli. See you in a bit more than 12 hours, hopefully, normally at 6 p.m. EST, for the celebration of life. I am alive in my body. And for the last minute, I'm going to reflect because it's really important. Whatever happens in this world, of course, there are people that are ill, that are without house because they lost their house on climate change or fires or floods, or because their conditions were changing, like there was a lot of layoffs everywhere in the world. This is a challenge to be alive right now. And for mental health, it's so important to surround ourselves with amazing people. A little wink also to Aurélie and Marcel from Brussels that are helping me to go through. And no matter what happens, there are things that are not in our hands, things that we are having to navigate with, the waves that are happening to us. But we have to build a strong surfboard and to be together, helping together. It's important in this world that we can find our inner light, and for those that lost their light, to say, hey, I'm here. What do you need? What are your thoughts? What could we create, collaborate, and to bring the light to others? So there are people that are no longer alive, like my dear friend Axel. I'm going to have a special edition episode on the 6th of December because on the 6th of December it will be 1 year that my friend Axel is missing. And many months ago, I lost also another friend, Zebi. And, you know, we are having friends that are crossing the mirror and being non physical. And some are still having an impact on others' life. Some that were leaving this world some weeks or months or years ago, and some other people that were leaving this world decades ago. My French teacher passed away in the 90s. I still don't recall his first name, but he was impacting me. There are also other people like Robert Redford or Jane Goodall that are no longer there, yet they still inspire people that are leaving this world this year or this decade or in the 2000s or in the 20th century or even before, and that are still impacting this world. And for me, of course, I would like to live 40 plus years more but nothing is granted. I can also leave this planet in 4 years, in 4 days, hopefully not, but God has the final message. And I am here alive in this world. And probably in some decades, I will not be there anymore. But my content, my video, hopefully, will still be useful to some people. I don't thrive about ego, I thrive about eco, about impact, about being useful in this world. And right now, it's not easy. I have to find my place in this world. That's another song, by the way. But I'm doing my best with friends, and that's really important. My message is always to surround with you with friends that are um, giving you in the mirror not only the things that you could improve, but also the things that you already did, the things that you represent for them. Another example is Dorothy Auger, who I've met 10 years ago in the aftermath of the Brussels bombing. I cannot believe that next year in March it will be already 10 years that this event was happening, and she lost a friend, and she was writing a poem, "We Shall Stand for Love," and then she passed away in 2022. And Jessica is still honoring Dorothy Auger each and every day at 7 a.m. her time, which is 1 p.m. my time. And sometimes, for instance, today I will not be able to attend her session, but each day I remember Dorothy thanks to Jessica. So there are also other communities that are still there to remember the work and the legacy of people like Louise Hay, like Barbara Sher, SHER, Wishcraft, Refuse to Choose, the Scanner, and many people that are still alive and that are inspired by people that passed away. So my message is that do your best that you can. Whatever you do, embark your heart. It's really important because we need more joy. We need more light, not more power, not more death, not more bombs. That's in a sense the gist of the message of the poem of Dorothy Auger that Jessica and some others from the community, Teresa, Louise, Daria, are quoting each and every day at 7 a.m. Central Time, EST, sorry, and 1 p.m. my time. We should stand for love, even with broken soul, even with a heavy heart. And so thank you so much, Jessica, for your actions. My heart goes with you. And that's it. We are already over 48 minutes. And I'm going to end right now. So keep shining, everyone, and see you a bit later at 6 p.m. EST. I will be live again. Bye. Keep shining.